It's a warm morning in August, and my backyard is the sovereign territory of the pumpkin vine. It was a tender, innocent sprout not long ago, but coddled and fertilized, grew big green leaves, and sprawled out over everything. Rather than its own pumpkin patch, the vine has a small residential backyard that it shares with the dog, the tree, and the grass. The longer it grows, the more difficult it is to manage the lawn, so we give up. If I grew it in the front yard, one of those epic yard transformation YouTubers might come knocking. Yellow flowers, overgrown grass, leaves bigger than your face, the vine reigns over the mess. And, on this warm morning in August, female flowers are blooming. The plant makes both male and female flowers. A few males bloom every day, while females show up only when it's ready to produce fruit. Each flower blooms only for one day, only in the morning, and then it wraps itself up like a swirl of orange whipped cream. That warm morning, the bees may or may not visit both. The unsuccessful ones will wither and die, but, eventually, a pumpkin starts to grow. Feeding off of at least 20 feet of vines, it grows fast. The days get a little shorter, the sun slightly less hot. September arrives. The trees won't change colors yet, but the pumpkin does. This is a tan variety, not as audacious as its bright orange cousins, but winning by miles when it's time to make a pie. Green fades to white and then ripens to tan. In a little under a month, it's about 12 inches in diameter and ready to harvest. I have a fall decoration until I bake it, and the parent vine I spent all summer watching grow. The dog frolics in the yard. It feels brand new. And about the time I harvested my pumpkins, big cardboard boxes arrive at the grocery store. There's an assortment of fall color: blue, white, yellow, green, striped, red, orange, jack-o'-lantern orange, orange with warts. Here's the tan ones I grew that you should get if you want to make a pie. If you grew pumpkins yourself, you might have some sentimental thoughts like, "Mine are so much better." Or you might be inclined towards practicality or cynicism and notice the pumpkin you watched grow in my backyard is not the best pumpkin. The store has them in all different colors and sizes, and at home I've only grown the tan ones. Some of these are good for baking, others are flavorless. Some are nicely shaped, free from damages, and quite a few are bigger than mine. Some are even organic. The one at home isn't so cool. It got help from Miracle-Gro. My backyard pumpkin isn't a failure. It's the same as the others. If you put it in the box, take a step back, and let someone else pick out which pumpkin they like, they might choose it. There's no telling which one was grown by who. It was specially planted, watered, fertilized, and photographed. And if we put it here in the box with the other pumpkins, it's not more special. So if you're honest, putting aside sentimentality to be practical, logical, purely objective, economical, ignoring the sunk cost to see nothing but the final product, then the effort put in didn't put out a whole lot of value. For something like $7, it's cheaper to get them from the store. Professional farmers are good at growing pumpkins, so good that they can grow them en masse and sell them pretty cheap. Anyone with a moderate income can come and buy one, and that's good for everyone, because the same concept applies to the apples, oranges, and the rest of the produce section. Meanwhile, large corporations are cheaply and efficiently making your mac and cheese, tomato sauce, dish soap, air freshener, and the other stuff you buy and use without a second thought. Inflation has its bite, yes, but in the miracle of our 21st century lives, you can get stuff that was made on the other side of the planet, relatively cheap, and our lives are better because of it. You don't need to grow your own food or make your own soap. You don't have to make or grow anything. It's already done. You can just go buy it. Work smarter, not harder, right? Instead of growing a pumpkin, I could go buy one for less than $10 and spend my free time inside, scrolling on my phone. It's great. And it's not great. There's always a cost. Not the cost you pay at the self-checkout machine. A human cost. A modern malady. A cost of lost connection to the things around us. You lose your involvement. You lose the story. You lose the connection. and you don't realize how important that is. The world is so convenient now, and people are lonelier and unhappy. I often hear the complaint that it's our phones and they don't help, but it's not just your phone, it's a whole system, and a piece of it is having everything available for cheap, disconnecting us from the production process and zapping our connection to the things in the world and even the people around us. I think most people don't want to grow pumpkins in their backyard, not when they know how the plants behave. I'm certainly not going to take up a hobby like making my own furniture anytime soon, but other people do it and their life is better for it. If you grow something or make something too, you'll benefit from not just the thing being done or made, but from being involved and connected in the process. You'll know how to make something or grow something that otherwise would appear with no origin story on a shelf. And there's a bit of silly pride there that while my homegrown pumpkin doesn't come with substantial retail value, even if it's not the best pumpkin, I like it. I grew it. It didn't die.